are worrying about my stomach.
That's all right. Your digestion is just as important as our trip. And Nellie, don't forget to call the man about the refrigerator. It's been terribly noisy lately.
Yes, Mrs. Winters, I'll remember.
I guess that's everything. Good gracious, Miss Lake. What on earth's keeping your father? He's usually ahead of me when we're going someplace.
He was already an hour ago. I don't know what the dickens. Hey, Dad, it's 2 o'clock.
No, dear, don't exaggerate. It's only 14 minutes to 2. Your father knows what he's doing.
And so do I know what he's doing. He's making a nervous wreck out of the rest of us.
Well, our train doesn't leave until 2:15, and it's only a few minutes to the station.
He'll have to drive like the devil. I hope he gets pinched.
I don't understand you at all, Tommy. It's the first time I ever knew you to worry about our getting someplace on time. Anyone would think you were anxious to get us out of the house.
Don't be silly. It's nothing to me if you miss your confounded train.
Just the same, I do wish William would hurry. William!
Yes, dear, I'm coming.
He's been staying out for an hour now.
Now who could that be at the front door?
Oh, it's Steve. I told him to come over.
Oh, Steve. What on earth you can see in that stupid boy is more than
Say,
I...
Steve's a good egg.
Is that the front door, Mrs. Winters? Never mind, Nellie. Tommy's going to answer.
Here's Steve.
How are you today?
Swell, thanks.
Oh, folks are just taking off.
Yeah, taking off what?
Clearing out of town, you nut. Vacation.
William!
Yes, darling, here I am. What's all the excitement?
Well, I thought we were taking the 2:15.
Well, we are. You don't want to sit down at the station half an hour, do you?
It's 10 to 2 now.
11 to be exact. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Swell, thanks.
Sit down, Steve.
Hey, what's the idea?
Going back to college this fall, Steve?
Sure, I gotta do something. I like college.
I'll be right back. There's something I forgot to tell Nellie.
Looks like you've been missing time.
Gee, that's tough.
Listen, Dad, how can I make any money if there aren't any jobs? You know that.
I don't know. There's a lot of exaggeration in this unemployment business.
Well, Tommy told me he tried to find a job.
Yes, I remember that day. That was a month ago.
Now listen.
Well, you still got time, but I suggest you better make it snappy.
All right, William, we better start.
Right you are, dear. And don't you laugh at any mischief while we're gone.
What do you think we are, children?
Now be careful what you eat, Tommy.
Oh, yes, yes. So long, Ma. Bye, Dad.
Thanks.
Have a good trip.
Say, what became of the morning paper? I sure would like to take it with me on the train.
Oh, never mind.
Darn if I know. It's around here somewhere. There's nothing in it.
Well, I'd like to find that out for myself.
I'll look for it if you like.
Come on.
Never mind. Goodbye.
Thank heavens they're gone. Now they don't miss their train.
Gee, I sort of busted in on the farewells. Well, why didn't you tell me to come later?
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. All this goodbye stuff's bunk anyways. Listen, Steve, can you stand a second?
What do you got, some gin?
Don't be a fathead. Look, get a load of this. Read that and make it snappy.
This one?
Go on, read it.
Is your mind in danger? Do you fear for your sanity? Hey, what's this? I ain't nuts.
Go on, read it. It doesn't mean you.
Mental troubles diagnosed and corrected by expert psychologist. Reasonable fees. Call at 419 Locker Place between 2 and 5 p.m. Hey, 419 Locker Place. That's your house, this house.
Right, boy. What do you think of that, huh?
But,
Look, I need to make some money. My old man thinks I can't make it. So with this, I'm gonna make some and show him when he gets back.
well, where are you going to get your psychologist?
Here he is, Dr. Stupandiki, hot from Vienna.
You're nuts.
Am I? Didn't I take that psychology class last year for you?
Sure, so did I. What's that got to do with it?
Plenty. Look, you may not have learned anything in that class, but I did. And one of the things I learned was that most people sometimes in their life think they're going crazy. Of course they're not, otherwise they wouldn't think they were. A mentally unstable person thinks he's fine. Remember that?
Sounds kind of familiar.
Well, of course I wouldn't want to monkey with anyone that's really cuckoo. It might get embarrassing. But with this system, I'm totally protected. If they read the ad and think it applies to them, it's a sure sign they're not crazy. What do you think of that, huh?
Sounds kind of dangerous.
Dangerous? Where's the danger?
Well, what if some guy thinks he's really nuts and comes in here and takes a shot at you just to prove it?
But they're not going to. Look, I'm absolutely protected. And you're going to be my assistant.
Me, your assistant?
Sure, I gotta have a flunky around here to answer the door and help out in general.
You mean someone for him to shoot at?
Look, if you're really afraid, I'll get someone else. I just thought you might like a third of the profits.
A third?
What is my idea and my house? That ought to at least rate me 2/3.
Sure, that sounds okay. What'll I do first?
And boy, well first we have to dress the part. Here, put on one of these.
Holy smokes, where'd you get them?
Oh, a friend of mine works at a drugstore. Hope your spits I already tried online.
I don't know, man.
Here, take a deep breath. I don't think this is gonna work.
No, I don't think so. Let's switch.
All right. Look, the reason I'm in such a hurry is it's almost 2 o'clock, and I figure some bird might show up right on the dot.
By golly, that's right. We'll let you first.
Well, first, you answer the door. They ask for the doctor, you have him in the hall, and we have him sit there. Then you come in and tell me who it is.
Well, what do you care who it is?
I don't. It's routine. It's baloney, but it's the right line.
Okay, then what?
Well, then you bring them in here. I'll sit here, the patient sits there, and you beat it.
Well, where to?
Anywhere, as long as you can hit the doorbell. Of course, if I have any special demonstration, I'll call you.
What do you mean by demonstration?
Oh, if anything should come up. Anyone throws a fit, I might need help.
Listen, if anyone throws a fit, our partnership's dissolved then and there.
But they're not going to. They'll be perfectly sane people.
That's what you think.
Just leave it to me.
Good gracious, what's all this?
Oh, hello, Nellie. How do you like our costumes?
What are you gonna do? Sell ice cream?
Oh, you would guess wrong, Nellie. Look, Steve and I are rehearsing for a play this afternoon. And there's gonna be a lot of people here. So you don't have to answer the door. We'll get it. And you're also gonna hear a lot of racket and running around. That'll just be us rehearsing for the play.
But I love plays. Can I please come watch you rehearsing?
No, I'm afraid not. That would make some of the others nervous. You know how people are.
Whoa, what's the name of your play?
I forgot.
Nuts!
Yeah, that's right, nuts.
Nuts to you.
I said it was nuts.
I said you're nuts.
Well, I never heard of a play called Nuts before. Is it funny?
Would you die laughing?
Can I please come and watch you rehearsing?
Not today, some other day, maybe. Now back to your pickled peaches or whatever.
Alright, well, goodbye.
Sure know how to think 'em up, Tommy. You're a born liar.
I like the kid, Nellie.
Was that the front door?
I'll say I was our first patient.
Victim, you mean? Well, I'm scared.
Snap out of it. Go and see who it is. I don't look too, young to be a doctor, do I?
It's all right. You have gray hair by tonight. You want me to look out the window?
No, just go and let him in.
Listen, Tommy. Can't we get in trouble for false advertisement? You have to have a license to practice medicine.
Forget it. I'm the one running the show. If anyone gets pinched, it'll be me.
Okay, I sure hope this guy ain't really nuts.
Is that the front door?
Oh, you get out of here.
What the? They're broken. I'll take sarsaparilla.
I tried to stop them, Tommy, but they busted right in.
Well, girls, you sure could have picked some better time.
What's the idea anyway?
I like the reception.
Look, it's a long story, Jean. I'll tell you about it some other time. But right now, we got something on, honestly.
I'll say you've got something on. You two look like barbers. What is this, a fraternity initiation?
Poor Steve, he can hardly breathe.
You're telling me.
Look, Jean, we're really busy, and we're going to have some people here this afternoon.
Well, we'd love to meet the others. They're as funny as you two.
Is it a stag party?
Yeah, that's right. Now run along like two little darlings.
Well, I guess I'll have to. Listen, Tommy, I still have to ask you something very important.
Shoot.
You may perhaps remember that Lou and I were planning to have a party tonight at my house.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, Mother forgot all about it. So today, while I was out shopping, she let the interior decorators start work on the living room. By the time I got home, the whole place was torn to shreds and everything's a wreck. So we have to move the party.
And my folks said we can't have the party at my place because the last party we had turned into a brawl and Mo's goldfish bowl got busted. Spilled guppies all over the Oriental rug. So that's that.
I remember. I was there.
Were you there? You were so flat on your back we couldn't tell you from the guppies.
Oh, no, listen.
Shut up! Look, we're really busy now. What is it that you want, Jean?
Like I said, we can't have a party in my house because,
So I suppose you want to move it over here.
darling, how clever you are.
Can we?
Look, you can have a dozen parties here if you only beat it quick.
That's you to Come on, Lou, let's leave these soda fountain boys to their entries.
See you tonight, Steve.
Yeah, you're still breathing. psychologists?
Well, of all the Welchers, if you want to leave, go ahead. I'm capable of handling matter myself.
Oh no, I haven't abandoned the friend yet. I was just thinking...
Forget it. I'm not to make some money.
Oh, what if no one answers your head?
But they're bound to. Don't you remember the psychology prof saying that at least 50% of the population think they're going crazy some other time? And you don't suppose they enjoy it, do you? What's the answer?
Search me.
The answer is that we'll do business in a big way. The appeal in that ad is irresistible.
Listen, Tommy, I always handed to you for being the smart guy, but I never thought you'd do anything dealing with crazy people.
But that's just the point. They won't be crazy.
How do you know?
God, how many times do I have to tell you?
Did you hear something?
Yeah, it was the doorbell.
Are you sure?
Look, go and see who it is. Remember to bring me the patient's name before you let him in the room.
Well, what if it's a her?
Go on, scram!
Well, what do you call yourself?
What do you mean, what do I call myself?
Well, what do you call yourself? Dr. Somebody or other?
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Should I use my real last name?
I'll just call you Winter. How's that?
No, wait, in case we get in real trouble, I don't want to use my last name, so... Damn it! Help me think of a good name!
How about some German name, like Eugen Duper something?
I think that'd be a little fishy. Wait, I got it. This will make it easy for you to remember it. Instead of calling me Winter, call me Summer. Dr. Summer, get it?
Sure, that sounds okay.
Mr. Tommy, if you're not going to answer that door.
Of all the darn nuisances! What is it? Speak up!
A lady to see you, doctor.
Oh, yes, of course. What was that name again?
I already told you.
All right, just send her in.
So sorry, Doctor. I didn't inquire your name.
It's Summer. Dr. Summer. And you are Miss...
Dinwiddie's the name. Constance Dinwiddie. Odd little name, isn't it? I often thought of changing it.
Oh, yes. Will you please be seated, Miss Dunwoody?
Dinwiddie, Doctor. Should I spell it for you?
I'll try to remember it. Now, if you please be seated.
Thank you.
Now, what is it that I can do for you, Miss Lindy?
Dr. Summers, I think you're trying to be amusing at my expense. It's Dinwiddie, you know.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I've been so busy lately. My mind seems unable to retain anything accurately. And now, Miss...
Dinwiddie.
Oh, yes. What can I do for you?
Well, I read your advertisement in the morning paper.
Yes.
I need your help so badly.
Yes, go on.
Oh, you see, it's terribly embarrassing. The trouble is... Oh, you seem so far away. Couldn't I come a little closer?
Yes, of course. Let me get your chair for you.
Thank you.
Here you are.
That's much better. These confidential matters, you know, Dr. Summers.
Yes, now, yes.
Call me Constance!
Hey, don't do that!
Oh, God. This is another one.
Don't let him in. We already have our hands full.
I am disappointed in both of you.
I think there's been a little misunderstanding. If you'd like to leave now.
I shall do nothing of the kind. I came here for relief, and you should consider my case very carefully. I won't leave until you do.
Oh, yes, of course. Will you please be patient? I've got a lot of other patients here today.
Very well. I hope it won't be too long.
Oh, no, not at all, Miss,
Call me.
Constance!
Much better.
Gentlemen to see you, doctor.
Gentlemen, well, did you give any name?
Short. Mr. Henry Short.
Ask Mr. Short to come in.
No buts about it. That's the trouble with you doctors. You talk too much. What I want is action. Action.
Calm yourself. Calm yourself. How can I help you in more?
Dr. Summer!
What's that? Who's in there? Is that my wife?
Your wife? Of course not. It's a patient of mine.
I thought I knew that voice. Ooh, if I caught my wife hiding in that room,
I tell you, it's not.
What's that? Is that the telephone? Is that my wife calling?
The telephone is a doorbell.
She may have followed me here. I don't want her to see me talking to you. Where can I hide?
Look, why don't you go home and come back some other time?
No, sir. I'm going to stay right here until I get some action.
All right, get in here.
Dr. Summer!
Yes, Miss Constance, what is it?
Lunchroom's ready for me.
In a few minutes, please be patient. What is it, Smithers?
Smithers!
Come, Smithers, speak up.
A gentleman to see you, doctor.
A gentleman, eh? Well, that's something. You give any name?
Yeah, sound like a dumbbell?
What was that?
It sounded like...
Just send him in.
Ah, there you are, doctor. I don't see very well.
Right over here, if you please. Have a seat over here.
Ah, yes. The weather's been fine. Hardly any rain all summer.
I said sit down, please.
Well, might as well introduce myself. Name's Trumbull. T.T. Trumbull. My friends used to call me T.T.T. But I don't hear them anymore since my ears went back to me. But that's what they used to call me.
Look, we don't treat the deaf here. You want to go to an eye, ear, nose, and throat specialist.
What? I don't mind the smell of tobacco. It doesn't matter anymore since my since the smell went back on me.
Look, you've come to the wrong place.
Oh, I know. All the other doctors told me the same thing, but don't do a bit of good. Some days just can't feel a thing. Sort of get numb all over.
What are we going to do with this old fool?
Where is she? What have you done with her?
Get back in there. You wouldn't mind coming with me for just a few minutes, Mr. Trumbull.
But I don't eat between meals.
Well, that makes no difference to me.
But I used to swim when I was a young lad, but since I lost the use of my legs,
Other ladies see you, doctor.
Do you have any name?
No, I didn't ask. I didn't think it mattered.
Doesn't.
What, do you want her to come in?
Yeah, send her in. Are you hurt?
What's the idea in a human catapult?
Hey, you had no business getting in my way.
Well,
Well, did you fall or jump?
I jumped and then I fell.
You mean you jumped to keep yourself from falling?
No, I fell to keep myself from jumping.
Yes, that explains it.
Oh, you understand everything when I explain my case.
Oh, yes, of course. You came to saw me, I believe.
Oh, are you the doctor?
I'm Dr. Summer, yes.
Oh, summer or winter. It's all the same to me.
I beg your pardon?
Why should you? Say, can we get started?
Oh, yes. Will you please be seated?
Oh. Well, I don't sit for very long, but I'll try for just a minute.
Now, could you please tell me about your symptoms?
Well, oh, I think I could explain better if I sat on the table.
Very well, if you wish.
Oh, it's not what I wish. It's what I feel I've got to do.
Okay, and now for the symptoms.
Well, you know, I think I could explain better if I stood on the table.
No, wait!
Oh, again, I'm gonna jump.
See him coming, I'm gonna get him now.
Got a chance. You let on me once.
Catch me, I'm gonna jump.
is that my wife?
Are you hurt?
No, but I think I'm going nuts. I'm gonna get this down out of the way. We'll lock her in the bedroom. You go see who's at the door.
Okay.
You know, I just want to jump some more.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to jump some more.
Let's go.
Where's the doctor? That's all I want to know. He'll be down in a minute. Sit down. You better hurry up. Dr. Summers! Dr. Summers!
Come on, Smithers. I'm Dr. Summer.
Then sit down and listen to me.
Yes, sir.
You're going to help me, understand?
Gladly. Gladly.
I'm in a terrible condition. Terrible. If something isn't done immediately, there will be murder.
Murder.
Are you going to help me?
Oh, yes, of course.
Take that knife! Take that! Just in time.
Excuse me a minute. Now, what can I do for you, Mr. I don't know your name.
What's it doing?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. But if you wouldn't mind waiting in a room just a few minutes. I've got a lot of patients today.
Okay, lead away.
You will, Dr. Summer.
Yes, Constance, I'll be with you in a few minutes. Meanwhile, here's some company for you.
Who's in there?
Oh, charming young woman. I'm sure you'll get along with her splendidly.
Any knives in there?
Oh, just dull silver ones. The kind one eats with.
Okay.
A lady to see you, Doctor.
Splendid, Smithers. Have her come right in.
Right this way, madam.
That'll be all, Smithers.
Okay.
How do you do?
Oh, doctor, I'm in such trouble.
Oh, isn't that too bad?
When I saw your ad in the paper this morning, I just knew you were the person to help me.
You bet I am. Oh, me too. Smithers! I can deal with this case alone. Nice lady.
Oh, doctor, you're so sympathetic.
Oh, not at all, not at all. I mean, yes, of course I am. Now, what seems to be the trouble?
What was that noise?
What noise? I didn't hear anything. You must have imagined it.
No, I didn't. Oh, doctor, I'm so frightened. I'm certain someone followed me in here.
Nonsense. No one followed you here. How could they?
They're always following me. They're there now. Oh, what shall I do?
You can call me. It's just another one of my patients.
I can't stay here. He's after me. I know he is. You've got to help me.
There, little girl. I'll protect you. Smithers, answer that bell!
There he is.
Where is her?
Hey! I found a quiet gun in here!
Go ahead and use it!
A gentleman to see you, doctor.
Thank you, man. Smithers.
Doctor Heavens, I don't know.
Oh, Summer. Dr. Summer.
Ah, Dr. Summer, very poetic.
Yes, I suppose it is.
My name is Gear, Milton Gear.
Ah, Milton. Kind of poetic yourself.
I'm afraid so, but I must tell you about myself. May I sit down?
Oh, please do.
It's such a relief to get a doctor.
I suppose so. Now, what can I do for you?
I'm coming to that. Though it's a very painful subject. You know when one is so sensitive. You remember how it was for Keats?
Keats? I don't remember.
When I have fears that I may cease to be.
Oh, yeah, Keats the poet.
A drowsy numbness pains my sense, as though of hemlock I have drunk. Oh, doctor, do you understand?
Well, yes and no. What'd you say you've been drinking? Hemlock?
Oh, that was Keats. As for myself, figuratively speaking. For Lord, the very word is like a bell.
Like a bell is right. It's a doorbell.
I beg your pardon.
I have a lot of patients coming here today. Would you mind just waiting a few minutes?
But of course, I can commune with the infinite.
Well, that's swell. Here, I think we'll get along nicely with Nellie. She's literary, and you look hungry.
Away, away, for I will fly to thee, not chained by moccasinous parts, but on the viewless wings of poesy.
Madam, will you be seated?
Thank you.
You look rather young to be a diagnostician.
Oh, I look much younger than I really am.
And you're really quite handsome.
Please. Really?
Well, I suppose you're wondering why I came. I hope you won't be angry with me. You see, I have no real reason for coming, except that your advertisement in the paper was so positively fascinating that I knew your personality would be most attractive. And as I already told you, I have a weakness for doctors.
Oh, madam, please. You see, business.
Isn't business tiresome? You poor boy.
Oh, please.
Aha! My wife! What are you doing here with this man? I'm gonna get home and get my
How you feel now?
Terrible. I'd rather play against Notre Dame any day.
You'll be all right. You just lost your wind.
And you just lost your mind.
Look, we're in this mess. We gotta get out of it somehow.
How about walking through the front door and never coming back?
How can we? They might wreck the house.
They're gonna do that anyway. You can't control a bunch of nuts like that.
The thing I don't understand is why they act so crazy. I didn't advertise for lunatics. I advertised for people that were afraid of losing their minds. They're supposed to be perfectly sane.
That's the theory.
Something slipped somewhere.
Everything slipped everywhere, and most of it fell on me.
Getting quiet, right?
Yeah, probably running out of oxygen. Wonder what would happen if they all suffocated. Talking about wholesale murder.
They won't suffocate. There's a crack under the door.
There's another one right here in my head.
I'll let them out as soon as they're perfectly calm.
And I'll go over by the front door so they can make a quick getaway.
Don't be foolish. I've got to continue my examination of the patients.
Now I know who's nuts. You are.
Do you think for 1 minute, you nitwit, that I'm going to pass up the chance to get some money out of these troublemakers? I've already earned about $1,000 if you ask me.
I'd rather be poor than make money this way.
Well, you're yellow.
No, I'm all black and blue.
So you walk out and leave me holding the savage after being locked in that dark closet.
You're a born optimist, Dr. Summers.
Dare say I am, Smithers. Hello? Ah, sulking are you? Well, I'll let you out as soon as you learn some manners.
I tell you, they're dead.
They're not dead, they're just sulking. Now they're coming around. You want to come out?
What did they say?
It was Nellie, our cook. She's locked in there with them.
That's a surprise. You'd think she'd like being locked in there with 2,900 ticks.
29? There's 8 patients.
Only 8. Well, it seemed like 29.
It was tough on Nellie. She didn't deserve it. If I let her out, the rest will get out too.
Serves her right for associating with people like that.
If I let you out, will you promise to be quiet?
You seem to favor the idea.
Look, I've got to diagnose these patients carefully. Then I've got to cure them. Otherwise, I won't get a cent out of them. Now, tend to business, and remember, this is serious.
Serious? You're telling me? I'll be over here by the stairs when you open that door.
Coward.
No, fairly cautious.
I'm going to let you out. If one of you gets violent, I'm going to call the police and have you arrested. Understand? All right, Steve. Brace yourself. Here they come.
So what's the big idea? Lots of closets, all of them. I didn't ask for your place. All I did was chase him out of the kitchen. He stole a piece of my pie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nellie. You can go back to your work now.
Thanks. No more encouragement for me. I had to take the big guy over the head with this, just to get the knife away. I thought he might accidentally hurt someone.
Good work, Nellie. Next time I'll give you a part of my play.
Yes, she will, but not with this bunch. They're actors. I'm glad I'm a cook.
you all please be seated? I said, will you be seated? I have a new idea, and I hope you'll all approve of it. Now, you all have so much in common that there's no reason why we can't work out our problems together. So instead of talking with each of you one-on-one, I propose that we hold a general discussion. Now, it seems to me that each of you is afraid of losing your mental equilibrium. Now, there's nothing really the matter with any of you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. But the problem before us is to reassure you that such is the case. I feel sure when you hear each other's problems stated out loud, you all realize how foolish your fears were, and in a short time, be able to return to your homes, happy and carefree.
Mr. Chairman.
Miss,
Call me Constance, Doctor.
Miss Constance.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I move we lay the whole matter on the table.
Oh, who are you gonna lay on the table?
Mr. Chairman, I object. In the name of the American people, I stand for the forgotten man.
Are you the forgotten man?
Is that an
I'm
insult?
sure I shall never forget you.
Order, order. Mr. Chairman, I wish to nominate for permanent secretary a man who has served his party long and faithfully. A man who is a symbol of long honesty and loyalty. A man
I second the nomination.
Mr. Chairman, I rise to a point of order.
I yield to the gentleman from Alabama.
I say we move the clocks back 1 hour.
Why not a week while you're at it?
I declare this meeting adjourned.
Wait a minute! I was asleep when the murders committed.
I see you're all feeling very whimsical. Well, as long as it's in the spirit of good, clean fun, I have no objections. But I do think that we should proceed with the examination. And ask you guys to interrupt Constance.
Oh, sorry, Doctor, but you see, that's my weakness.
Oh, very well. I'll consider your case first.
Shall I rise?
You may remain seating if you would, whichever way you feel safer from an attack.
Oh, Doctor, I'm sure no one here would attack me.
I mean, an attack of your problem.
Ah, yes. Then I think I shall stand. You see, the vertical position is perhaps, well, Doctor, must I tell all?
You are among friends.
Of course you are. Sure. Well, I've been aware of this trouble for quite some time. I've tried to fight it, but in vain. You see, whenever I'm in the vicinity of a man, I just get the irresistible impulse to embrace him. It is so mortifying.
I should think it might be.
Oh, the harder I struggle against it, the more irresistible the impulse becomes. I've reasoned with myself, I've prayed, I've taken cold showers, but all to no avail. What, oh, what shall I do?
Well, and this problem has, you feel, affected your mind.
Affected it. Doctor, it's obliterated it. As a girl, I was extremely bright. I was even known to my friends as clever Constance. And now look at me. My poor brain's a thing of shreds and patches. And with as many men around me as this, I lose control. I tower.
I see. Cut.
Sorry, Doctor. You see, don't you?
I see something has to be done for you. Have you ever thought of marrying?
Oh, of course I have, but no one's ever proposed to me.
Will anyone here offer to marry Miss Wynn, did he?
Doctor Dinwiddie!
Sorry. Will anyone here offer to marry this very affectionate young woman? Speak up, you men.
I'm already married.
A poet ought never to marry.
What about you?
Huh?
Will you marry her?
Delighted, delighted. I'll take mine with lemon and 2 sugars, please.
Will you?
Don't ask me to do a thing like that, Doctor. I'm not responsible.
You say you're not, but suppose you tell us your trouble now.
I guess you already know.
About the knives?
Knives, guns, anything deadly I can get my hands on.
Very silly of you, isn't it?
You think so? You suppose I want to commit murder?
I shouldn't think so.
That's why it's driving me nuts. Here I am, a hard-working man, meaning no harm to anyone. But the minute I seize a knife or a gun, I go for it. I just itch to gun someone. Blind the balls! It ain't my nature, Doc. There's something here.
Very curious. I think it's the influence of the movies. Yeah. No, you really wouldn't hurt anybody. You just think you would. Look, I'll cure you. Just please be patient.
All right.
Well, if I do cure you, will you promise to marry Miss Dinwiddie?
Sure. I'd even jump in the lake.
Splendid. Now we're really getting somewhere.
Oh, but you haven't done anything about my jumping yet.
Well, I'll consider your case at once. Why do you insist on jumping?
Oh, no. That's for you to figure out.
Well, have you always jumped?
No. It's just lately that I felt like it.
Have you ever done any mountain climbing?
Oh, no. I'm afraid I just jump right off the top.
But why should you?
I don't know. That's it. I'm cuckoo. Oh, you see, Doctor? It's just that every time I see a chance to jump, my legs start shaking and there I go.
What's the highest thing you've ever jumped on?
Oh, I don't let myself get very high. Just, you know, like things like tables and pianos and... Oh, you see, that's why I live in a one-story house.
I see. Thank you, Miss Middleton. That's all I wish to know from the president.
Dr. Summers,
Yes, Mr. Short.
have you noticed my wife?
Of course, I find her very attractive.
Oh, you do you? So you inveigled her into coming over here?
I did not. Your wife came over on free will.
That's what you say, but I have my own thoughts on the subject.
Henry, you're a fool.
I may be a fool, but you can't fool me any longer. You've taken 10 years off my life. You've driven me insane. I love her, Doc. But is there any cure for jealousy?
Yes, there is.
What is it?
Something very simple.
I suppose so.
And that's all that seems to be wrong with you. Jealousy.
Isn't that enough, Doc? I tell you, I'm married to the world's most flirtatious woman. She flirts with every man she gets a chance to. And how do I know it's only flirtation?
Well, have you ever tried asking her?
Think she'd actually tell me the truth?
We might try asking her. Mrs. Short, will you please tell your husband the truth?
Why should I?
You see, she's a devil, that woman, and I married her.
Well, didn't you know she was a devil when you married her?
No, I thought she was an angel.
An angel? That's too ridiculous.
Look, Mrs. Short, are you interested in preserving your husband's peace of mind?
His peace of mind is right. And that's a pretty small piece.
Do you admit to have carried on a flirtation with other men?
Of course not. It's all in Henry's imagination.
You see, Mr. Short, your wife says it's all in your imagination.
But that's what she always says. It's not my fault, it's hers. And if I do something desperate, I'll go mad.
Please be calm, Mr. Short. We'll figure this out in due time.
I hope so.
Now, who's left? Yes, Miss Gould. What seems to be your difficulty?
You see, Doctor, I have the most terrible time. Everywhere I go, I find someone is following me. It frightens me almost to death. And if you or someone doesn't do something about it, I'll go crazy. I just know I will.
It's always the same person that follows you.
No, it's a different one almost every time.
Is it always a man?
Oh, yes. Generally a very big man.
Well, have you let any of these men catch up with you?
Goodness, no. I always run.
And that's all it seems
Yes,
to be?
but you know when one is so sensitive.
Just why did you feel the need of a medical diagnosis?
Oh dear, it's so complicated. When the subtlest aspects of one's nature are concerned, the spiritual overtones, the very nuances of being. Oh, doctor, don't you know? Can't you feel?
You seem a trifle incoherent, if you ask me.
Exactly. Incoherent over the mystery of life, over the paradox of mortality, over the finiteness of infinity.
I'm sorry,
Don't you understand, doctor? It's something here. Here.
You sure it's in here?
You're facetious.
Not intentionally, I assure you. I merely suggested that you may be suffering from acute hunger.
Hunger is not the thing of the spirit, and we who are in tune with the infinite.
You feel in tune with the infinite, do ya?
I always have been, but lately I've begun to feel...
Out of tune?
In a way, yes. The precedence has begun to take over the mystic, and the result is most disquieting. Why, there are even times when I feel positively ordinary.
Tragic!
I couldn't stand that, rather than death 1,000 times.
So you've been brooding over yourself, is that it?
I spend many hours in solitude, in contemplation. The life of a poet is a lonely life.
Thank you, Mr. Gear. I think I understand.
I hoped you would.
Well, it seems we've heard from everybody except for Grandpa over here. And he seems to have gone to sleep. Oh, Mr. Trumbull! Hey! Wake up!
Wake up!
Fire? What's on fire?
There's no fire!
My street already? Thanks, doctor.
Where are you going? This isn't a train. This is a doctor's office.
I told you I paid my fee. Now let me get off.
Look, this is a doctor's office. I'm the doctor. You have to tell me what's wrong with you.
No, I can't do that. I'll be late for supper.
Look, you have to tell me what's wrong with you. God, write it down. Read this.
What's the matter with you? Oh, yes. What's the matter with me? Well, you see, doctor, I'm losing my senses. First, my eyes went back on me. After that, my ears. And after all that, I sense of smell. Then I started to get numb all over. Couldn't feel a thing. Well, doctor, all got left in my mind. And I fear that slipped in too. I didn't know what else to do, but, well, here I am.
Thank you, Mr. Trumbull. Now we know.
Sorry if I caused any inconveniences.
Not at all, not at all. That's sort of strange. And that concludes the examinations.
And the rest is up to you.
Smithers! I'd completely forgotten about you.
I wish I would have forgotten about you before I ever met you.
Smithers, is that nice?
All right, doctor, let's see if you're born in the miracles.
It will require a moment's thought. We have here before us some very difficult situations. Very, delicate situations, if you know what I mean. In all my use of practice, I've never been confronted with anything so difficult. Maybe that I shall have to go off by myself for a few moments.
And leave me here alone? I don't think so.
There are 8 others present.
You know what I mean.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say what I have to in very few words. First, there's nothing really the matter with any of you. Is that clear? You must believe me. Everything that you've explained to me here this afternoon is pure imagination. But you must believe me. None of you has any fear of losing your minds. All you have to do is follow these simple instructions. First, Miss Dimmock, I want you to get married as soon as possible.
Well, I'm sure I'm willing.
Mr. Short, I want you to start for a divorce with your wife. That'll teach her a lesson.
Oh, is that so?
Mr. Trumbull, I want you to throw away your spectacles and ear trumpet.
What's that, Sonny?
Here, I'll show you what I mean.
Well, the very idea.
You don't need them.
Well, that's odd. My hearing's much better. My eyesight's remarkably good.
Miss Middleton, I want you to enter a flag race on this as soon as possible. The higher the pole, the better. After a few days on one of those things, you won't want to jump off anything again.
Flagpole, doctor.
Well, if you can't find a flagpole, I want you to go to Paris. Climb the Eiffel Tower.
You know, I've always wanted to see Paris.
Mr. Baxter, I want you to get a job as a butcher. There you can spend all day with your knives, cutting up steaks, chops, and bologna.
Gee, I never thought of that. Think I'd like it.
Miss Gould, what you must remember is that you're a very pretty girl, and men follow you because they can't help it. Next time someone follows you, let him catch up with you. If you like his looks, ask him to take you to dinner.
But what if he isn't good looking?
Then tell him you're sorry. You already have another date.
Oh, doctor, that sounds so exciting.
Mr. Milton Gear, I advise you to take up tennis, contract bridge, boxing, dancing, and swimming. I also want you to take up study of lively young girls. You need something of interest other than yourself?
But doctor, I tried ping pong and I was so bored by it.
I didn't offer anything strenuous as ping pong. What you need is mild excitement, something gentle. Perhaps polo or ice hockey.
I'll try.
The main thing for each of you, remember, is that you're all well, physically and mentally. And there's no fear of any of you losing your minds.
Daggone it, here comes some more.
I'm too busy. I can't see any more patients today.
Okay.
I must tell you again and again that you've all been suffering from a mistaken idea. And all of you are as well, physically and mentally, as well as I am.
Get out of my way, will you? We've got business here.
But the doctor's in the hospital.
Look
you talking about?
You heard me. I said that. The whole batch of the kids earlier this morning from Riverdale Asylum. And we would turn the whole town for them.
Oh, God.
Luckily for you, we got here when we did. Or you would have found yourself a road cut.
Well, how'd you know they'd be here?
One of your neighbors spoke to the police. He said there was a wild party going on over here. And Steve was just a baseball party for the afternoon.
Someone take this guy off me.
Let him up, Steve. It's okay.
But I don't like the way he busted in past me.
Come on, let's run up the crowd and they'll be jumping out.
Well.
That was a swell idea of yours, Tommy. Worked like a charm.
I just don't understand it.
Neither do I. I thought you had some sense.
It's against every known law of human psychology.
Yeah? Well, that's not the only law people have been breaking around here lately.
Think. They were really crazy all this time.
It's no surprise to me.
Stop him!
Ghost!
Is it locked?
Yes?
Come on out, everyone. I locked him in the closet.
Look, we gotta let him out or else we get in trouble.
Locked him in the closet.
James! What are you doing here?
I'm doing here? You better speak for yourself, young man.
Well, gee, you knew we were having some people over here this afternoon.
Yeah, stag party, wasn't it? An initiation? If this is a stag initiation, not the Boston Tea Party.
Fine couple liars you turned out to be.
Just gonna throw on the spot.
I fear we're in the way.
Where should we go?
I got it. Let's go in the kitchen and make fudge.
Oh, goody, goody!
Excellent. Let's go and make some candy.
Wow, Marty, where'd you find this one anyway?
Listen, Jim, it's a long story. I'll tell it to you later. Just give me time.
Somebody had to give you 20 years.
What I think of you, Steve Brittle.
Oh, Lou.
Look, it's not Steve's fault. I got him in on it. If you girls just didn't come busting into other people's houses, you'd be better off.
We rang that door about 5 times. You couldn't have heard the Liberty Bell with all this racket, so we just walked right in.
And believe me, it was some surprise.
I know it looks strange. I'll tell you all about it tonight.
Tonight? You think I'd throw my party here tonight after you've been carousing all afternoon with a house full of drunks?
Drunks? What are you talking about? No one here has had a thing to drink.
Not even you, Steve?
I wish I had.
Of course they're not drunk. Look, I'll tell you this much, but you gotta promise not to say a word to it to anybody.
Well, shoot.
All the people you saw here this afternoon, well, they're crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah, crazy. Nuts from the asylum.
You mean it?
Absolutely.
Lou, do you hear that? They're all crazy. We're in a house full of nuts.
Ooh, let me out of here!
Come on out, it's clear.
I'm too heavy for this sort of work. I bet I lost 10 pounds this afternoon. Golly, I'm due for a rest.
I'm positively a wreck. They would choose me for you to chase. Guess I'll tell the others the coast is clear. Come on out, everybody, where there's some chairs. This is recess.
Better let Ben Perry out of the dark hole.
Of course. Come on.
Well, place that is. Talk about dungeons. I feel like you had a Monte Cristo.
I wish this was all over.
That cook's a pretty swell sport, handing us all this rum and stuff.
Order no sport. She's a pretty good cook.
Hey, how long are the guys going to be gone?
Oh, they're squaring themselves with their girlfriends. If you ask me, their girlfriends are a long way away because of scare Connie knocked through in them.
How long does this horseplay have to keep up? Will someone please tell me?
Oh, what's the matter, Madge? Can't you stand the strain?
I like it this way. I think it's more fun.
You would, and I suppose you've fallen for that young sap who thinks he's a doctor.
Well, he is awful nice. I understood we were supposed to be out of here by 3:30.
Yeah, that's right. What time is it anyways?
3:20.
Only 10 more minutes?
But I would like some more cookies.
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
You've got the idea.
Well, what became of Mr. Tommy?
Oh, he stepped out the front way to see his girlfriend.
Oh, well, I have some work to do in the kitchen. Just make yourselves at home.
Thanks,
All right,
Nellie.
Shh. Girls too?
No, just the two boys.
Come on, everybody. Better snap out of it. Hang back now. Everyone on their toes. Come on.
I suppose we'll have to get back into the dungeon.
Yeah. Right, old fella. You'll soon be out.
Come on, everyone. Hurry up. Let's go.
Well, where should we go this time?
And we're just beat it. Let's go. Come on.
Do you suppose those idiots are still in the kitchen making fudge?
If you ask me, the big guy's color of the birds by now.
Strangely quiet. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not used to being quiet around here myself.
I guess they're stopped locked in there.
Are you gonna let him out?
Yeah, I'm through with this business.
About time we was getting out of there. What's the big idea? Which one of you locked us in there?
That's what I'd like to know.
We didn't do it.
I'll say we did.
It was one of your patients.
Yeah, well, I want you to know that if one of them escapes, we'll hold you responsible. Do you understand?
Yeah, well, I was just trying
Yeah,
to...
I know. You're in cahoots with them. You'd like to see him get away.
But...
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Hey, I'm looking at that cricket over there.
Oh, no! Help! What?
We got him.
Dude, kill him!
Search me!
Sitting on a keepers. We're sitting on a keepers.
We're sitting on our keepers. We're sitting on our keepers. We're sitting on our keepers.
Oh my God!
We're sitting on a keepers.
Now get up, you two. Swell keepers you are. Come on now, the whole lot of you. Where to? The police station, of course. But I had to get back to the island. You can help us about that. You're arrested, all of you, for disturbing peace. The whole neighborhood's complaining. Now fall in line there, all of you. March. Whose house is this anyway?
Mine.
Well, what did you do? Leave the front door open? Is that how all these nuts happen to run in here?
Well, you see, I was just trying
That's
to...
what I thought. You're lucky mistake of your lives. Next time there are lunatics at large, don't let your door open.
Yeah. Sure.
Get in line there. Come on.
No, wait. He's not crazy. He's a friend of mine.
Well, okay. Goodbye. Don't forget about keeping your door locked.
Huh. Sure.
Say, what happened to all those nice people?
What did you say?
Well, I thought they were nice people. I should hope they come back sometime soon.
I'm tired. I'm gonna turn this dang thing off.
Oh, Steve, you sick. When you start dancing and you're already tired.
Hey, if you'd been through what I was through today, you wouldn't be tired. You'd be dead.
Say, that's a good idea, Steve. I could use a breathing spell myself.
Okay, let's hear them. Fair enough. Suppose after all, days spent with lunatics does for everyone else.
I asked you to keep quiet about that.
You also told me that you'd tell me all about it tonight.
Well, can't you wait till we're alone?
What's all the mystery?
Oh, nothing. Jean's just trying to kid me. Come on out for me with the walk, Jean. I'll tell you all about it.
No thanks. I'm quite fine right here.
All right.
Steve,
Yeah.
let me whisper in your ear.
What's the idea? Sure, that sounds okay.
What's this about?
This is to announce, ladies and gentlemen, that I have been appointed chief drink mixer by Your Excellency, the host, and all who are experts at squeezing lemons, etc., to join me in the kitchen. Who's coming?
Well, that worked like nobody's business.
Sort of clever, aren't you, big boy?
I wouldn't say that after the mess I got us into this afternoon.
Well, now that they're all gone, I suppose you can tell me all about it.
That was the idea I had in mind. Honestly, I've lost a minute subject.
Well, not embarrassed by my presence, are you?
money to something. You know Dad has practical ideas. Anyways, he and Mother went on their week's vacation today. So I cooked up a scheme to make some money and surprised them when they got back.
Well, that's fine, but I don't see how you plan to make any money off a bunch of nuts.
But they weren't supposed to be nuts. That's where I fell down. One of the things I learned in college was that if people think they're going nuts, they're not, and vice versa. So I put an ad in the paper that said I would cure people that thought they were going nuts. Figured they wouldn't have anything the matter with them. So all I had to do was kid them into realizing how sane they were.
Sounds swell. Go on.
Well, I got patients all right, 8 of them. You saw them here this afternoon.
I'll say I did. Weirdest bunch of humans I've ever laid eyes on.
Yeah, it turned out they were really nuts. Escaped from the asylum. What do you think of that, huh?
Well, did they read your ad?
Yeah, and if so, why should they answer it?
If so, why shouldn't they answer it? Why shouldn't they do anything?
There's something in that.
Well, did you do them any good?
How could I? They were hopelessly insane.
So you didn't collect any doctor's fees?
Look, I was lucky to get out with my life. They made so much racket the cops raided the house.
And they didn't arrest you?
No, and I can't figure out why not. Something screwy somewhere.
Guess they didn't think you were crazy enough.
I suppose so. They should have asked you. I bet you thought we were pretty crazy when you came in here this afternoon.
I'll say I did. I was disgusted.
Oh, you're a good sport, Gene. I like you.
Are you getting sentimental?
I'll say I am. If I had any money,
You'd go back to college.
well, I had other ideas in mind.
Now listen, Tommy, you have to go back to college.
But Gene, I'm crazy about you.
Well, if you think you're crazy about me, you are. Isn't that the theory?
Say, lay off me, will ya? I'm taking a beating on that point today.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rub it in, but as a psychologist, you're good.
A good what?
You know.
Darling.
Now listen, Tommy, you have to go back to college.
When I graduate, will you marry me?
Well, maybe, but first you have to graduate.
Damn, how can I make some money?
If I knew, I'd sure tell you.
Oh, excuse me a second. Telephone. That's the police.
Hey, look what we got.
Oh, Steve, that looks swell. Bet you put a stick in it.
A stick. I put in a whole lumber yard.
Don't let him kick you, Gene. I watched him, and the strongest thing in that punch was the lemon juice, and I squeezed him.
She squeezed the lemons, and I squeezed her. It was swell.
Well, what are the other two making positions?
Oh, they're teaching Nellie some new dance. It's a scream.
Well, the folks just phoned. They're coming home.
I thought you said they wouldn't be back for weeks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dad said Mother's sick or something. Anyway, they hopped the train back to town with beer in 15 minutes.
Guess we're gonna make our getaway.
No, nothing like that. They won't give a hang. Only we can't have anything too rowdy. See, what about the punch? Is it
Pure as the driven snow.
And that's okay. Confound the folks anyways. Here I was going to make some money and surprise them when they got back.
Too bad they didn't come home this afternoon. Then you surely would surprise them.
Listen, all of you. Can't say a word of what happened here this afternoon. Dad ever got wind of it, he'd be off into life.
Trust me.
Okay.
Don't worry.
What? That can't be the folks already.
After this afternoon, that doorbell gives me the willies. All right, Dr. Summer, but if it's... Never mind.
No. It's a little strange, but I feel kind of nervous.
I can understand that.
Here, eat something. You'll feel better.
Oh, thanks.
How about some punch?
Oh, sure. Where are the glasses?
They didn't bring it.
I'll get some. What's the matter with him?
What? What is it?
It's...
What? Oh, God!
Oh, I'm so glad to see you again, Dr. Summer. You remember Mr. Trumbull, don't you?
Delighted, Doctor.
Yes. Yes, of course. But
Oh, I scarcely would have known Mr. Smithers. This afternoon, he looked like such a plain young man, but in evening clothes, he's positively handsome.
yes, he is.
It was so nice of you, Dr. Summer, to invite us to your party, when we already owe you so much.
Well, I was afraid you wouldn't be able to get back here.
Oh, because of the silly police. Oh, no, that was very easily cleared up. Once they realized who we really were, they were all apologies. Such a ridiculous misunderstanding on their part.
Yes, of course.
Aren't these the nice young girls who called on us this afternoon when we were having such a jolly good time?
Yes, of course. Allow me to introduce you, Miss Windy. Kitty.
Doctor! Doctor!
Oh, sorry, Miss Dunwoody?
No! No! Dinwiddie! Dinwiddie! Dinwiddie!
I'm a bit nervous! Allow me to introduce you, Miss Dunwoody, Jean Hammond, Miss Luke Prentice, and this is Mr. Trumbull. How do you do?
I'll go see about those glasses.
I'll help you.
Wait, what's the meaning of this?
The glasses. The punch.
I'll come too.
No, wait, Smithers. Girls don't need you. Will you please be seated?
Oh, thank you.
Delighted.
Is there more about?
I think so.
In that case,
Would you like to answer it?
I wouldn't think of it. That's your job.
I figured you'd see it that way.
You're expecting a number of guests, aren't you, Dr. Summer?
Quite a lot, Miss Dinwiddie. Quite a lot.
I do like big parties, don't you?
Yes, I should say I do.
Some more guests, Doctor.
Splendid, Smithers. Have them come right in.
Oh, they're coming. They're just taking off their coats.
It was so nice of them to come.
Oh, how could anyone refuse your hospitality, Dr. Summer?
Oh, Miss Dinwiddie.
What is the shores?
So it is.
Good evening, Dr. Summer. You remember my wife, of course.
Henry, what a silly thing to say. As though Dr. Summer could forget me.
Yes, very silly. I mean, glad to see the both of you. Oh, God, and still they come. Excuse me.
Oh, Dr. Summer!
Yes, Miss Dinwiddie.
Oh, we were just discussing what a wonderful thing you did for Mr. Trumbull. You'll see he's thrown away his ear trumpet and his spectacles and sees and hears just perfectly.
Yes, doctor, and I owe it all to you.
Oh, really? It was nothing.
Oh, Dr. Summer. Do come and sit down beside me. I have many things to tell you. Complimentary things, too.
Well, I was just
Oh,
going-
don't be modest. We all think you're wonderful.
Right this way. There's the doctor.
Dr. Summer, isn't this a pleasure?
Good evening.
Well, Doctor, here I am. No one else with me either.
Very fine, very fine. If you'll just excuse me a moment, I need to get something.
I'll come too.
Stay here. Be right back. Now, what's wrong with this stupid door?
I think somebody's holding it from the other side.
I think you're right.
All I'm looking for you. Just step out of the way.
Yeah, he opened it already.
More guests.
I do like big parties. The more the merrier, I always say. Now, how about trying some of this punch?
Oh, Mr. Trumbull, I'm surprised.
I'll get the glasses.
Oh, I got the glasses.
You sounded like the last man on the floor out there.
Oh, that was just a little joke. There's some kids in the kitchen.
Oh, we're there. Well, I'll go see you at once.
Oh, Dr. Summer. Why, I'm so happy to be at your party.
Glad to see you.
I'm here too.
Oh, very jolly, very jolly. Now, just give me just 1 minute. I need something in the kitchen.
Hurry back, Doctor.
Now, who would like some punch?
Have a good time.
Why can't we dance? I'm just dying to dance.
Why not?
Oh, drop that punch ladle, Mr. Trumbull, and shake a foot with me.
Love you, dear.
How about it, Bert?
What I mean?
Looks like you're the only man I can dance with.
Isn't that a break for you?
Oh, Dr. Summer, aren't you mean?
Terribly sorry. Just had some very bad news. And it seems the party's off.
Why bother?
Well, it seems my mother is taken seriously ill. She's being brought here in a few moments. Under the circumstances, well, you understand.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, before we take our departure, Dr. Summer, there's something we
all like to say to you, at least I would like to say it, and I'm sure I speak for the others as well.
Yes.
Go on. I don't suppose, Dr. Summer, you will ever realize what a great debt we owe to you for your splendid work this afternoon. Here we were, 8 of us, all suffering from fatal delusions. In a short time, we may have ended up in the asylum, perhaps even taken our own lives in despair. But you saved us from either fate. You cleared away the shadows and brought to us the clear light of reason and sanity into our lives. Nothing we can ever do or say will ever express our gratitude for your heroic work.
Oh, really? It was not.
Oh, don't be modest, Doctor. You are a genius. And before we go, we would like you to accept a token of our gratitude. Mr. Trumbull, the envelope, please. Thank you. This, Dr. Summer, is a sealed envelope containing our token. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you.
Now come on, everyone, let's hurry out of the way. Good night, Dr. Summer, and God bless your mother, too.
Thank you.
Good night, Dr. Summer. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Please.
Thank you, Dr. Summer.
Huh. Moving along now, please.
Doctor, I'll send you a postcard.
I'll miss you most of all.
What did I tell you? I knew it would work.
I'll say it, Mort. Think of it, they're gone. That was a close shave. Just think if Mom and Dad had gotten home.
Yeah, but it was all kind of fishy. How'd they get away from the cops?
Yeah, and where'd they get those clothes? Nuts aren't allowed to have flag rags.
You're asking me.
Oh, it's a nightmare. It doesn't make sense.
Well, what's the gag in the envelope? Better open it to see.
Forgot about it. Let me see. What the?
Gosh, money!
It must be phony.
If that's phony, then I'm the man in the moon. That's positively real.
I guess you're right. There must be 50. $400!
$400!
There's 8 of them.
What?
The patients. That means they must have chipped in $50 a piece. What do you think of that?
I don't think. I'm paralyzed.
I guess that makes your share, let me see.
That's right, my share.
Do we go to college or do we go to college?
Yeah, let's tell the gang.
Yeah, bring them in. Tell them not to beat it.
Hey, where'd the gang go?
What are you talking about? They're in the kitchen.
No, they're not. I just looked.
Must have got store went home.
Nah, that don't seem likely to me.
Somebody coming around the front way. Maybe it's them. Oh, Mom, Dad, you're home.
Well, Tom, you seem to be having a good time. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, boys. What's all the excitement?
Oh, Steve and I are just having a little party.
I don't see any guests. You and Steve cutting up all by yourselves?
They're around here somewhere. Probably hiding from us, I guess.
Well, we came back rather unexpectedly.
I'll say you did. What's the idea?
Well, we changed our plans, but I'm glad to be home.
Haven't found a job yet, have you, Tommy?
A job? I don't need a job.
Is that so? What are you going to use for money in college this year?
Well, how about this?
Where'd you get all this money?
You didn't rob a bank.
I just pulled up a little deal this afternoon. $400 all.
$400?
Tommy, I hope you didn't steal it.
Steal it? Not a chance. I made it with my own little brain.
Well, for goodness sakes, that's wonderful.
I should say it is. This calls for a celebration.
Here, have a glass of punch on me. You see, college education does pay off after all.
I should think it did. Tommy, I'm so proud of you.
So much. Now, how about that celebration? I have some friends of mine out here who would be glad to hear the good news. Excuse me.
Friends of his? What's he talking about?
Your father must be having some kind of hallucinations. You'd better examine him, Tommy.
Looks to me, Tommy, like your parents.
Sam.
I figured it was a good chance to have some fun, so I said, go ahead. Then I had to make sure you got some patients. That wasn't hard to arrange. I called the theatrical agency and found there were a lot of patients in it. got 8 of them, gave him a rough idea of what to do.
But the asylum guards and the 2 policemen,
Well, they were actors too, but I didn't invite them to the party. I figured the patience would be enough.
you big crook.